Long before you were born, someone dreamed your symbols, the same staircase, the same shadow, the same endless hallway, the same flood, the same distant light, across centuries, across continents, across civilizations that never met. The same images continue to appear as if the human mind remembers something it was never taught, and if that is true, the question is no longer what dreams mean. The question is where they come from. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight, we open another entry from the Veil archives. Some mysteries exist outside us, some exist within, but a few seem to exist in both places at once, because throughout history, people have reported dreams they should not share, symbols they should not recognize, stories they should not know, yet somehow, they do. Tonight, we descend beneath memory, beneath identity, beneath the surface of thought itself, into what some have called the collective unconscious. Most people experience consciousness as something private, a sealed room, a solitary voice, a mind belonging only to itself. But appearances can be misleading. Standing on a shoreline, you see only the surface of the sea, the waves, the reflections, the movement of the water. What remains hidden is everything beneath, the trenches, the currents, the vast dark depths connecting distant shores. What if consciousness is similar? What if the thoughts we call our own are only the visible surface of something much larger, a deeper layer, existing below individuality, a hidden ocean touching every human mind, unseen, unnoticed, yet always present? Across history, certain symbols refuse to disappear. The journey, the labyrinth, the great flood, the mountain, the wise guide, the shadow, the light beyond darkness. These images emerge repeatedly through myths, religions, dreams, and stories. Civilizations separated by oceans describe remarkably similar patterns, not identical, but familiar, as though humanity is drawing from the same invisible source, a reservoir of images. Older than language itself, the strange thing is not that people tell stories. The strange thing is that they continue telling variations of the same stories, generation after generation, century after century, as if the symbols are alive, waiting patiently for new minds through which to emerge. Dreams are peculiar places. Inside them, the impossible becomes ordinary. Time bends, distance collapses, the dead return. Unknown places feel familiar. Strangers somehow feel known. Most dreams are forgotten, yet some remain, not because they were frightening, not because they were beautiful, but because they felt ancient, like memories that belonged to no specific life. Many people report dreams containing symbols they have never consciously encountered, structures, patterns, figures, landscapes, images arriving fully formed, as though they were discovered rather than created. And perhaps that feeling is the true mystery, because dreams often seem less like inventions and more like visits. Imagine descending through layers of earth, each layer older than the one above, each layer preserving traces of what came before. Perhaps the mind functions similarly, beneath personality, beneath memory, beneath identity. There may exist deeper strata, ancient layers, formed long before any individual life began. A symbolic foundation shared by everyone, not a library of facts, not a collection of memories, but a field of possibilities. A place where archetypes sleep, where symbols gather, where meaning forms before words exist. If such a place exists, then individuality may not be the whole story. Perhaps we are not isolated minds, occasionally connecting. Perhaps we are connected minds, occasionally feeling isolated. There is something unsettling about considering this possibility, not because it is frightening, but because it changes the shape of the self. The boundaries become uncertain, the walls become thinner, the distance between people becomes harder to define. What if humanity shares more than culture, more than language, more than history? What if beneath our differences, beneath our names, beneath our separate lives, there exists a common depth? A place where symbols are born, where myths originate, where dreams travel? Before arriving in sleeping minds, perhaps every generation believes it is creating something new, when in reality, it is rediscovering something ancient, something waiting below, something patient, something shared. Perhaps the mind is not a solitary island. Perhaps it is a shoreline, and beyond that shoreline, an endless sea, a sea of symbols, of stories, of forgotten patterns most of the time. We remain on the surface, living our ordinary lives, thinking ordinary thoughts, but occasionally, while dreaming, while wondering, while drifting between certainty and mystery, we glimpse the water beneath, and for a moment, we remember something impossible, that we may all be dreaming from the same ocean. Across continents, across religions, across thousands of years, the same figures continue to appear, the hero, the shadow, the wise old one, the trickster, the mother, different names, different faces, the same patterns, again and again and again, as though humanity is acting out a story. It cannot stop remembering, and in the next entry of the Veil archives, we investigate the ancient characters hidden beneath civilization itself. Not myth, not psychology, but identities older than history. The next Veil archives entry, the ancient patterns, archetypes that refuse to die. Some stories survive because they were never just stories.